What are the coordinates of point points B, C, D, E, F, and G? So anyway, again, nana sila diretso diri sa mga points sa graph. So dili na nato ni sila i-answeran. In which quadrant are both x and y positive? In which quadrant is x negative and y positive? Kani sila. So sa mga quadrants na sila. What is the distance of H, A, B, points H, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G from the center of the circle? So again, since this is a unit circle, therefore the radius is equal to 1. What generalization you can make after performing the activity? I will leave this question to you. Kamo na bahala on sa pag-generalize ana. So from the question from your answers from questions 1 to 6, of course, maybe you can somehow make a generalization of these pictures, these illustrations above. So once again, the unit circle. Ang center is at the origin, the radius is equal to 1. So, mo na siya iyahang general high standard form. So, let's have this illustration. A point A is 1 unit away from the center of the circle. That is, x squared is equal to y squared is equal to 1. Now, point A has coordinates 0.6 and 0.8. So, if we are going to substitute to the equation, then we can say that the equation is the equal sign holds for the quantity of the expressions. So therefore, it is indeed a unit circle. And this point, the coordinates of points A belongs to the unit circle. The unit circle provides a visual way to think about trigonometry and trigonometric functions. The unit circle concept takes any equivalence class of similar right triangles and represents the class using a single triangle with a hypotenuse of 1. The triangle is oriented in the coordinate plane with the adjacent side along the x-axis starting at the origin with angle theta. So uh, we can always um, create or make an angle using the unit circle. So unit circle atong gibasihan in making angles. Wherein in the unit circle we can have the right triangle such that the hypotenuse is the radius of the circle. So this is the angle now theta. Theta na siyang kasagaran gi denote sa angles. And this one here, kanisa, is the arc length of these two. Because if we have two rays, kanisa nga angle, nasa arc length nga nahimo. So that is the arc length. So angles in coordinate plane. So if we have angle, there is an initial side and the terminal side. So the initial side, of course, if we are going to measure our angle using the protractor, depende na sa imong angle whether it is clockwise or which sa class sa boyero. Sorry class naputol. Nalubat po day ko. Nadunggan ako ninyo.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
sige.
sir.
Okay. Balik ta. So angles in coordinate plane. So if you have uh, angle, of course you have the initial side and the terminal side. Initial side kung asa ka nagsugod og measure sa imong angle. And then terminal side kung aha ka dapit moundang sa imong angle. So again you have the initial side and the terminal side. This positioning of angle is called standard position. So standard position gani ang angle if your initial side is at the positive x-axis and your terminal side is asa na dayon. So as long as your initial side is at the positive x-axis, standard position na siya nga angle. So your angle can be positive and negative angle. So it is positive if an angle is formed by an counterclockwise rotation. So that is a positive angle. If it is clockwise nga rotation, that is a negative angle. So this one here is the positive angle, and this one here is the negative angle. So in measuring the angle, we use the unit of an angle measure is what you call the degree. So one full counterclockwise rotation that is equal to 360 degrees. And one full clockwise rotation measures negative 360 degrees. So let's have example number one. Find the degree measure of the angle that takes 1/3 rotation in counterclockwise direction. In clockwise direction. Clockwise there. So again, one rotation in clockwise direction is 360 degrees. That's 1/3 Raman of the rotation. So you have 1/3 times negative 360 degrees. So that is equal to negative 120 degrees. And if we are going to illustrate that one, so ingon ani sa iyahang graph. So ang istoryahan nato dinhi is standard position. Angle is standard position. So pag again, standard position, ang initial side is at the positive x-axis. So let's have now angles in degrees and radians. So if we fix a line of length r at one end and rotate it about this point, we sweep out a curve. So if we have dinhi nakay point fix nga line then imuhang giturn na siya nakay maporma nga curve kani siya nga curve. So this curve will have a length and that is what you call arc length. So this is the arc length kani yang katas-on na niya is arc length. The central angle is the measure of how much we have rotated the line. So this is theta here is the central angle, or you can think of it as the angle between the original straight lines and the final straight line. So kana siya. Uh, R here is the radius. Radius na siya, of course. Regions are dimensionless measure of angle. They can be preferred unit of measure of angles in math because of this. So they also relate angular lengths to linear lengths, which is important for calculus. By the way, in calculus di ay class, talagsa na lang ta magamit og kanang degrees. Because sa higher math, ang ginagamit is katong na mga pi. So katong pi over 2, kato sila. So pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, kato sila. So that is in radian measurement. So mo na sila ginagamit kasagaran sa calculus. Wala na kaya to mga degrees. So that is why we are going to use most of the time radian measurement sa calculus. So a central angle has a measure of 1 region if it intercepts an arc with the same length as the radius. So class pag kani sa r is equal kani pud siya nga arc length niya dinhi r equal ra in length, then kani siyang central angle dinhi, that's what we called 1 radian. So kani siya nga kani and kani kaning radius diri if that is equal sa kaning nga arc length, then kani siya nga theta dinhi is equal to 1 radian, and that is equal to approximately equal to 57.3 degrees. 1 radian is equal to 57.3 degrees. Since a unit circle has circumference 2 pi, a central angle that measures 360 degrees has measure equivalent to 2 pi radians. Thus, we obtain the following conversion rules. So, rules ni siya in converting from region to degrees. Kani siya nga conversion nga equation. So that is 180 degrees is equal to pi radians. That is equivalent to pi rad. Of course, if we are going to convert degrees to radian, we are going to use this one. So convert degrees to radian, you are going to multiply pi over 180 degrees. If we are going to convert region region measure to degrees, then we are going to multiply 180 degrees over pi. For example, find the degree measure of theta is equal to 2 pi over 3. So this one here, kanisang theta din is in radian measurement. So in radian to degree, we are going to multiply 180 degrees over pi. So i-multiply na din na siya din, i-reduce, therefore it is equal to 120 degrees. So 120 degrees is equal to that is equal to 2 pi over 3, 2 pi over 3 in its equivalent measure in region measurement. So the terminal side of 120 degrees lies in the second quadrant of the rectangular plane. Any questions? Example number 2. So again, example number 2, region to degree. Okay na. Let's have example number 3. Find the region measure of theta is equal to negative 225 degrees. So this time the given is from degree. We are going to convert that one to its region measurement. So to do that one, given times pi over 180 degrees. So so that kung ipang multiply din i-reduce, ang mabilin is negative 5 over 5 pi over 4, which is again the terminal side lies in the second quadrant. Any question in examples number one, number two and three, number two and three. Any question, class?
None, sir.
Okay, thank you. What's more? So, activity number three, rotate and calculate. So, degree measure of an angle. Just like this one. So, okay, let's try to answer this one. You have one half rotation counterclockwise. So, you have counterclockwise is positive na siya nga angle. So, therefore, that is positive 360 degrees. So, therefore, that is equal to 180 degrees. So, one half rotation of the unit circle that is equal to 180 degrees. Let's have number two. Two-third rotation clockwise. Pila ka na sa ka-degrees ang two-third rotation clockwise. So that is again two-third times 360 degrees, and that is equal to pila man.
200.
That is two-third times 360 degrees.
240, sir.
Negative
Okay, so
2.
Or negative.
that is negative 240 degrees because that is clockwise. So that is equal to negative 240 degrees. Ang negative 240 degrees, haman dapit iyahang terminal side. Aha dapit nga quadrant. Aha dapit nga quadrant ang terminal side sa negative 240 degrees.
104.
Second.
That is in
2.
quadrant 2. So terminal side is at the quadrant 2. Naa siya diri. Ana. So that is negative 240 degrees. What about number 3? We had 3/4 rotation counterclockwise.
270.
270 degrees, sir.
So that is 270 degrees. Ahaman dapit iyang terminal side.
First. Nasa negative y.
Haman dapit iyang terminal side. Nasa negative
Y.
y-axis. Very good. Negative y. Kay positive man siya. So paana siya. Okay, negative man siya diri nga y. What about number 4? 7/6 rotation clockwise.
Negative 420.
Negative 420, sir.
Negative. Unsay answer ninyo?
420 degrees.
120.
So that is negative 420 degrees. Okay. Haman ang terminal side ano niya? Haman na bilong ang terminal side.
Four, sir. Quadrant 4, sir. 4, sir.
Quadrant 4, sir.
Quadrant?
4.
Quadrant 4. Very good. Because that is you have atong kano na i-draw. This is 360 degrees, negative 360 degrees. Pilay ko lang para 420. You have
60, sir.
60. So, na siya diri. So, mo na siya nga, that is negative 420 degrees. Then we also have number 5, 2 and 1/3 rotation counterclockwise. Okay na, kabalo na mo, anak.
840.
Kabalo na mo. 840. So you have 2 rotations plus 1/3. Okay. Then, na yung mga guide questions. How did you answer the activity? What concept did you apply in order to answer the activity? Generalization da yun. Then, conversion na pod. So, for example, number 1, you have negative pi over 4 regions. Convert this one to degree measure. So that is equal to negative 45 degrees. And if you are going to illustrate that one, mauna siya iyang graph. Number 2, you have 225 degrees. Convert that one to region and then illustrate the graph. Kinahanglan pa nato niyan si run class or pwede na kamo? Pwede na kamo, no? Okay, walay mo tubag kay abi pa lang bright na kaayo. Sige. Dili na nato ni sa ikuan. Di na nato ni sa i-discuss para sayo-sayo ta karon. What I can do. So here are some problems. So a large gear rotates at a rate of 3 rotation per minute. Through how many degrees does it rotate in 5 minutes? Sige daw. Ayaw na lang. Ayaw ninyo na siyang answer kay appeal na ko ni siya sa Google Forms kaning duha ka problem. Appeal na ko na siya sa Google Forms. Dayon assessment na dayon. So, again in this module, you are now acquainted with uh, what are the angles look like in a unit circle, and then the measurement of an angle. So it is in either region and degree measurement, and then convert the measurement vice versa sa degrees to regions and regions to degrees. Then mao na dayon to. Kay dinha raman taman na to module 1. Any questions so far? Any question, class? Any questions
Sir, excuse me, sir.
sa ato ang discussion karon? Yes.
Sir, sa pag-identify atong kung aha nga quadrant, sir ba? Banaon na to siya, sir? Or wala dyan siya ikuan, sir? Exact nga. Ano, sir?
Dili siya banaon, imaha jud siyang i-measure.
Okay, sir.
Tong kay mabalik ta diri ha. For example, negative 240 degrees. So negative 240 degrees is, that
36.
is a neg
120. Okay, 120.
mm, pangit kung pangit
So,
that is
520
in
plus 120, 640. Ang answer sa katon to, 1/3 kay... Ha? Ang answer...
okay na. See, negative 240 degrees, that is, this one is negative 180. Dayon, kulangan pa man siya, so 180 para mo 200 na kay 20 plus 40, so na kay plus 60 degrees diri. So buti pa sabot wala ra siya ni tabok sa first quadrant. So ang terminal side niya nara sa second quadrant. Okay ra, Jenilo?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Parihara po ani negative 420 degrees. So ang one rotation is negative 360 degrees. O nya, naman siya nasa'y pakapin. So 360 plus 40 is 400 plus 20 ba jud? So nasa pakapin nga 60 degrees. So kani siya. So again, this one, kaning rotation is negative 360 plus 60 degrees, you have negative 420 degrees. Ana. So nagihapon sa dili nimo sa bana-banaon ra. Imo hadud siyang i-solve lang gihapon nimo kung hadapit siya nga quadrant. Pila siya ka rotation. So maybe in our next module you know what is coterminal angles kadto sila. Pareha ra og terminal side nga mga angles. So next ko na to, next nga module. Any other question pa? Wala na question.
Done, sir.
Okay, wala na. So this time ako'y mag-question. Kamoy mag-answer sa chat box. Kung kinsay makauna og answer, siya to ako hatagan og point. Sige, ready na inyo ang chat box. Question number 1. What do you call a circle with it, where its origin is at the center at the origin and radius is equal to 1? According sa chat box, ang una naka-answer is si Geoffrey Omania. So congratulations si Geoffrey Omania. You have just won a 5.5 points. Sunod nga question. Sunod nga question. What do you call an angle where the initial side is in the positive x-axis? What do you call the angle where the initial side is in the positive x-axis? So the answer is angle in standard position. Standard position. Ang una naka-answer kay si Neil Lynn Moral. Congratulations, you have just received 5 points in your pre-calc class. Sunod, next. What is the measurement of an angle measured in counterclockwise? Counterclockwise. So pag counterclockwise, that is a positive angle. And ang una naka-answer kay si Ginilo Argenti. Congratulations. Sunod nga question. Um, Ahad dapit quadrant in which both x and y are negative. Both x and y coordinates are negative. Ang first naka-answer kay si Abdul Rahman. Abdul Rahman. So you have 5 points. Last question. What is 5 pi over 4 equivalent to its uh, degrees in degree measure? 5 pi over 4. 5 pi over 4 in degree measure. Five pi over 4 is equivalent to pila ka degrees. The answer is 225 degrees. And ang naka-answer kay si Clea Rolion. Congratulations. Sunod, last na jud, pinaka-last. Ahadapit nga quadrant makit-an ang negative 520 degrees. Ahadapit nga makit-an ang terminal side ay sa negative 520 degrees. Ahadapit nga kuan. The answer is in the third quadrant. Third quadrant. So ang kadaog kay si Nika Sinanggote. Thank you so much, class. So, congratulations sa mga nakadaog and congrats po sa nakakorek og answer pero naunhan lang sa uban. So, any questions so far?
Yan, sir.
Wala na. Um, kinsa tong mga taga Galilei o taga Linnaeus katong mga kulang bitaw ninyo nga modules palihog lang ko og ugma na jud ang deadline sa grado. So karon ako gi-expect katong mga kulangan og modules. Katong mga kulangan og modules nga nga magpasa na jud sa inyo ang mga outputs. So sa inyong grado nalang mo'y 7 ka modules. Modules 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. So that belongs to your written quiz, written tests, and your assessment is raman ta ka assessment. That is your performance tasks. So on 7 ka written test dayon isa ra sa performance task. Again, katong mga taga Linnaeus, mga taga Galilei nga mga kulangan og mga modules palihog ko comply na karon. Even sa mga taga Pytha og taga Newton. Kung namoy mga kulang palihog lang og kuan na. Palihog og comply. So class kung wala na pangutana palihog ko kuan open sa inyo cam kaya mag-screenshot na ta. Open na, please. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you very much and goodbye.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you.
Bye,
Goodbye,
sir.
sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Shout
Bye.
out to Joshua Benedicto.
Bye, sir.